didn't quite know. Um, but with all that, we will record the sessions just so we can have the recordings of it and we can remember it, memorialize it a little bit, and so I can also go back and take notes later for when I undoubtedly forget it. And if you would like to, you can give a small summary or excerpt of your character. You can do before they returned, during when they returned, after they returned, whatever your preference may be. You can give a brief description of your character, or you can just be like, "Nah, I want it to be a complete surprise," and we can figure it out from there as we go.
Well, I just realized that my character sheet got deleted. So
No,
I'm
are
doing this
you
from
so?
I'm pretty sure I can okay, I have like a semi-photographic memory, so I should be able to know where my points were,
Oh no, I'm
which is
so
good.
worried for you.
But but I'm okay. I can remember my backstory. Okay, I know that like for my attributes, I definitely know them by heart. So I'm gonna just fill those in.
Yeah,
Um,
I
and
have
then
to
I can
go
worry about the rest of
grab
it.
my DoorDash order from the front door. So if you want to take a little bit of time to fill in your character
Yeah.
sheet, feel free to do so. That's so traumatic. I remember I was specifically like, guys, please make sure you save your character sheet because Angel had done the same thing. She was like, suppose I had a character sheet and it's gone now. So yeah, so I will be
Yeah,
right
I
back.
should.
Let me go
Yeah.
grab the food and disseminate it to my sister, and then I will be right back, and you can fill in your character sheet as you need to.
Hmm. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Okay. What's up, chat?
Milo George.
I don't think this is live, so
Milo.
it's just the spirit.
Sorry, guys. My cat, somehow, some way, has been knocking things over. Milo, no. No. happens when you ruin things. Your privileges get revoked. Again, sorry you guys. Talking to my cat who knocked over so much stuff in my room. I'm also gonna be eating too, so y'all are gonna get an unrequested mukbang, I guess. I don't fucking know. Anywho. Alright. I am back. How did our character sheet fill-in go?
My semi-photographic memory was not as good on the skills.
God
But
damn
I
it!
did remember. But I did remember. I did remember where I had my 3 dots, and I guess that's important. And I remembered how many of each I had to be. So.
So you had to have one that had 4 dots. I guess this is kind of a
The
good-
attributes, right? For
Yeah.
the skills, I think I did balanced, so I had 3 3s, 5 2s, and 7 1s. I think was the rule.
Yes.
Okay, so I have that. All right. And then, okay, Chronicle Tenets. That is the Masquerade.
Look at you. I wish I had
The
photogenic memory.
Domain.
Yep.
I don't think the Progeny was 3rd, but the Progeny.
Progeny's somewhere in there. Let me actually pull up my character sheet so I can look at it. And good lord, it white-faced me completely. Thank you, computer. I appreciate that.
I remember my touchstones too.
Yeah, you did take a photo of those, so if you need those for reference.
Yeah.
The Masquerade, the Domain, the Progeny, you were right. The Accounting, Hospitality, and Destruction.
Hospitality, so Middle Eastern, and Destruction.
If you hear my mouth full of food,
No
it's
comment.
because we got Latina food. Latina food? Latin? Jesus fucking
Latina
Christ.
food.
Latina food.
I got my little Latina food. Don't you have Portuguese grandparents?
I sure do.
You're Latina adjacent.
Yeah, that's what the Hispanics tell me. They're like, she's Latin enough.
And then, what was the oh yeah.
She's got the dark hair, the dark eyes. She's built like a fucking torta, so she's fine.
I just heard door, built like a door. Not so much of a compliment as torta.
That's what I said though. Instead of puerta, I said torta. But that's okay.
Clan Bane was blood addiction.
Correct.
Disciplines. I forget the first one, but I know I have blood, sorcery.
Obfuscate and celerity.
Yeah, celerity. Right, obfuscate. Okay.
The way I can make a whole meal out of tortillas is crazy.
I think for blood sorcery there was something specific. It was scour secrets. That's it. Okay, health was all the way from the right to left until I had 5 unfilled boxes. Willpower was right to left. Hello, what's my boxes doing? To 3 unfilled ones. And then humanity,
7.
I just remember it being the same. 3 unfilled, yeah, so 7. Blood potency 1, okay. Flaws, dark secret. I'm secretly Jeffrey Epstein. Just
secretly. Supposedly.
And then prey exclusion, don't feed on children. Dark secret, I murdered somebody who was stalking my sire before I realized that she would become my sire. Luke looks stunning.
You made yourself very, very beautiful.
And then linguistics, I think 3. Though I should do this in the process we did. That's influence, for sure, for sure. Okay, I just have to remember. Okay.
You had Haven.
Yeah.
You had linguistics.
Yeah, I had a couple, at least 2 dots in Haven. It's going to be Sunset Hills. Winery. No Haven, question mark? No bitches?
No head. Got it.
Haven merits, we'll say sell and luxury.
Correct.
Right, I couldn't find security system, so I didn't put a 3rd dot in Haven quite yet. Haven Flaws was haunted. Okay, I think I'm done. Oh, character sketch, I'll fill that in later. I think I'm done with 3 and 4, so I'll just try to influence. Something else.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember your specialties though.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I don't even see a place on the character sheet for that. Like when we're going through the skills and you said I could have specialties, I don't even know where to put that because I don't see it. I remember I had a marketing specialty for persuasion, and then I had a specialty for craft because I'm a vintner, so I have a specialty in winemaking.
And so you see how there's like the skill, and then there's a blank space, and then there's the dots?
Oh, wow. Wow. You're right. Marketing.
So here's the little fun bit. While he gets to do that, I get to talk to and explain what the group is to you all. And what I mean by you all is, yes, in this session we will be using the and or breaking the 4th wall. We will be explaining what the quote-unquote audience, i.e. you, is seeing. And you as the audience, because you will see and have access to my Dungeon Master screen, will see a lot more notes than the rest of the group will. So try not to clue them in, try not to hint them in on anything. And I will try my best to keep them at least in the blind eye for a little bit of the storyline until they put it together.
Would you mind terribly to tell me what the stealth specialties were?
I would not mind at all.
I know there's like the ambushy one.
Oh, you had Trapper.
Or Trapdoor, yeah, for my hunting style. And I was thinking about ambush, like would lend itself to that, but I thought I had a specialty in stealth.
Ambushes, crowds, disguise, hiding, shadowing, silent movement, urban, and wilderness.
Oh boy, I can't remember my 3rd specialty. Well, I know what I would do. I know what you would do.
What would I do?
As a GM. You would just not give me a 3rd specialty. Like, can't remember it. Can't remember it. You don't get it.
Do you guys see how well my players know me?
I don't know if politics had one or.
I know what you would do as a storyteller. You would just kill us all.
I'm just gonna do a specialty in brawl, and I'm gonna say that I know Muay Thai.
I think that's probably what it was.
I'm guarantee you it's not, unless you read my mind yesterday.
I don't know.
Okay, I think I have. Okay, obfuscate. Let's see. Should we discover secrets? Celerity. Do do do. Um. Yeah, I don't think I had any other backgrounds. I do have. Okay, 7 points. So I spent, I guess, one experience or 3 experience points upgrading the Haven. So I do have 2 extra skills. I think I said academics and drive when I got to that point. So 2 points in academics, 2 points in drive. And I've got my name, Weston O'Brien, and
Sick.
do I have my Haven name written in there? Yes, Sunset Hills Winery. Great. Okay,
Sick.
we're all set to go.
Sick. So, a little bit of housekeeping. Your online dice roller, should probably explain how the dice works. It is by far the most confusing process I have had to learn, and I still don't really know how it works. So I'll do my best to explain it. I sent you a link to a dice roller that has some Vampire the Masquerade type dice on it. The dice you'll be using is the black dice with the white symbols on it, and the red dice with the black symbols on it. And I'll explain how this works. Your red dice is your hunger dice. This is going to be rolled at certain scenarios in order to not frenzy. Your hunger dice is always going to always be a part of your roll. So say, for example, let me look at a character sheet so I know what I'm talking about. Say, for example...
you remind me, I remember getting that message with the dice roller.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remind me where you sent it to me?
Your DMs.
Okay, great. Sorry, continue.
No, you're good. So say, for instance, you want to try and do a skill and you have a hunger die. As always, every kindred starts out with 1 hunger die. Your hunger die is going to be included in your dice pool. If you have 3 dots, that means your dice pool is 3 die. 2 of them will be black, 1 of them will be red. Now I'm going to do my best to explain how this works because it's going to look confusing as hell. If you roll a die and the die shows you a blank face, it means it is a failure. On a 10-sided die, a success is a 10, which is what we're going to call the Ankh with the stars.
The Ankh with the stars.
The Ankh with the stars. The Ankh by itself is still a success, but it's not a critical success. The Ankh with the stars counts as a critical success, which counts for 2 total successes. This is a little bit more of the breakdown as to how this works, because I know this is confusing as hell and I still don't understand it completely myself. There are 3 types of dice rolls that you can get. A critical success, a messy critical, or a bestial failure. A critical success means that 2 of the black dice, not the red dice, 2 of the black dice have an Ankh with the stars. This is considered a critical success. A messy critical means that 1 of your dice, specifically a red dice, is a success. A Ankh with the star. A bestial failure means that 1 of your red dice is a skull. So the skulls are the complete failures. That would stand as your natural 1. The highest you're going to get on a D10 roll is a natural 10, obviously. Your natural 10 acts like your natural 20. Now, on a success, if you roll, just click on the button twice, roll 2 dice, and tell me what you see.
Sorry, so 2 dice, just 2 black, or?
Yeah, just 2 black.
Yeah, this is a bit odd, but I did do it right. Okay, I got two onks.
Either of them have stars?
No.
Okay, sweet. So those two onks count for 2 successes. That is essentially a 5 to a 9. An onk by itself is a 5 to a 9. Any dice that's a 5 to a 9 counts as 1 success. The onk with the stars counts as 2 successes.
Okay.
A blank face is considered a natural 1. On the black die, it'll be a blank face. This won't count against you if you have majority success. The only time it will severely count against you is if you get a skull on the hunger die. This counts as a bestial failure. I know, super confusing, like I said.
So, like, can I swear?
Yeah, you can swear.
Okay. So I go like, it's like an ape shit failure.
Yeah, it's so.
I lose my composure.
Yeah, so well, bestial failure means yeah. So that's the really interesting part of it. A bestial failure and a messy critical means you're gonna lose your shit. A messy critical means you critted, you got a crit, but a consequence is gonna happen because of it. It's like being too powerful. Whereas a bestial failure, you lose your shit in the sense that you don't have control of it. You don't have control. The beast takes over. So the messy critical, you'll still have control. You'll just have way too much control. Whereas the bestial failure, you won't have any control. I try to explain that as best as I can. If I find a better way to explain it, sick. So
that's cool. That's cool.
Now, for the audience and for you, I get to read you all the content warning. This is the only content warning you get. Of course, the audience will get it more than a couple of times because you'll do a content warning at the beginning of each session 0. This is my player 1's session 0. And this is the content warning. For the past several decades, Vampire the Masquerade has addressed the darkness in the real world through horror stories. It has talked about AIDS, capitalist exploitation, sexual predation, the resurgence of far-right political extremism, religious fanaticism, state and private surveillance, and many other issues. This version of the game does not shy away from any of the above, and we believe exploration of subjects like these is as valid in role-playing games as it is in other media, including a problematic subject in a storytelling game is not the same as glorifying it. And if you take the chance to explore it critically, it can be the exact opposite. If we understand the problem facing us, we are better armed to fight them. Vampire the Masquerade includes in-world references and expressions of the following: sexual violence, political extremism, physical violence and gore, mind control, torture, abuse, imprisonment and kidnapping, racism, sexism, homophobia, to name a few. It's a game about monsters. Why are you telling me this? You might actually be thinking to yourself. Somebody here who's watching this, who's playing this, might not be familiar with the game. They haven't dealt with some of these issues in real life. And they might want to know that we took the advance to give out this warning to be considerate to them as players while also putting them through the ringer. Here, we have concrete techniques on how to handle difficult subjects. I, as an experienced game and storyteller, have experienced and handled and dealt with these players before, so I know some of their needs and how to best guide them in a way that is respectful to them and their experiences personally. What we're doing right now in session 0 is calibrating beforehand which techniques we need to use in order to best respect the mentality and the mental health of the players and of the game, and the needs that they may have as players. This is a game about monsters, but it is only a game. We are not going to use this game as an excuse to be a monster ourselves. That is our critical warning for anybody who's watching. This is obviously a +18 game. There are going to be heavy language used, heavy gore, sexual themes, any and everything that might make your skin crawl it's gonna be here. This is the world of darkness, and this is the story that we're getting into. I am your storyteller, dungeon master on most days, but storyteller, and I think I actually told somebody recently, I think I'm gonna go with lore keeper, because being a keeper feels like I'm keeping all of the knowledge and holding all of the cards, but also I have to take all the notes. So
That's where we come in.
that's
To take some of the notes.
exactly. They have been encouraged to step in and take charge of what they can do and their own stories and their own characters. They're actually encouraged to run their own sessions and just tell me what non-playable characters they need to use. That's actually how they help gain experience points. So the state that we will be basing this out of is Virginia, homegirl, born and raised. So it's what I knew. I used the tools of my backyard to help me come up with a better storyline. If you are ready, player, we are going to start with your scene. Unfold it.
If you don't mind, I would just like to say that intro was fantastic.
Thank you.
I really agree with all of that. I thought that was extremely well put.
Thank you.
And the other thing is, like, I just thought another reason for that warning is that somebody that might be listening may have experienced those things before. And that's a great just point to say that in case it's going to be, like, troublesome mentally for them or emotionally. So yeah, I thought that was just chef's kiss.
Thank you. Usually my players are used to getting a consent form that they fill out before each campaign. For this one, I said, fuck your consent. Sorry, but this is the game.
I'm a racist and a misogynist.
And a homophobic and a sexist.
I know all the bad things.
Yeah, so I also sent you the Roll20 game link. So we will have some, and I've already told my players, we will have some photos that we will use. I don't take credit claim to any of the artwork. I just found it and uploaded it, and that's about as far as that goes. Yeah. I think I covered all my bases. I don't know. If I think of something later, I'll interject it. You all, as the audience, will be seeing me use Google a lot, because like I said, I don't know how to play this game. I've not played it before, but I'm excited. I have watched 2 full campaigns of Vampire the Masquerade in preparation, so I feel a little bit prepped.
Yeah, definitely more than me.
If it's not working, you can let me know.
It's just, I think I need to use Safari because that's where I'm, like, auto logged in to Roll20.
Oh, I get you. Yeah, that can be a hassle.
Verify I'm human. Well, I'm not. For role-playing purposes. Oh my gosh, I have a login in it. Okay, at least I have my password saved, which you should not do. Cybersecurity 101.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a very bad example. Do as I say, not as I do.
Oh, I'm the same way. I'll be like, oh, this well, here's the thing. I'm like, I just use a variant of the password. So I'm like, this password, and then I change it, and then I change it, and then I change it. And I'm like, fuck, what number am I in? What letter did I change? It's where it becomes a hassle.
I wrote, so one of my previous jobs, I wrote down the password on my work computer, like on a sticky note, but I wrote it in an alphabet almost nobody can read. And if they can read it, they're gonna misspell the password.
I love to see it.
So it was like, okay, somebody would have to have an advanced knowledge of musical theory and be fluent in Georgian. So I was like, I think I'm safe. Okay, I have the
it should just be a black screen. So if you see a black screen, you're on the right page.
Yep.
So here's the other thing. Most of my time, my sessions that I run for my D&D campaigns happen to be 4 hours long. This is not that. this is going to be, however long the session is going to take me. But usually I have it broken up into subsections. So I know originally I was like, oh, I'll just do session 1, but I like how session 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 combine into one chapter. So it might be chapters. We'll see how it goes. This story is called Ashes and Blood. And in Act 1, we are in the First Blood, Chapter 1, called You Are Dead Now. Which is like, hooray, congratulations, you're dead now. So, we're going to first draw you all a picture. A scene. Tucked in Prince William County, far into the back of the woods, where you can only see an outcropping of the outside of a dingy, wooden paneled bar that is lined up with motorcycles galore on the outside and very faint, glowing neon signs that some of the letters are kind of missing and flickering from. The door opens and you, as your character, feel yourself in a weirdly familiar location that you've only been to perhaps once before, but it feels like it is just a dream. Inside... Britney's! Queen's Gambit. Yeah. Inside Reaper's Rest, there is a steady beat of music that goes across the jukebox. You see some people are smoking cigars, some are smoking cigarettes, so there's a faint haze that seems to fill the entire room and the atmosphere, but it almost mixes in a way to where the entire bar smells like whiskey and cigars. Not an unwelcomed scent, but what doesn't get lost on you is the sticky tackiness of the wooden floor and how in certain places your shoes seem to crunch on maybe smaller pieces of broken glass. The people that are in here, as it has been mostly winding down for the evening, are big, burly, mustached men with battle scars and denim and leather jackets, tattoos, and one of them has like a prosthetic eye. And one of them takes notice of you walking in and is almost standing, arms crossed across his burly chest. Like he is always very wary of people who look like they don't belong here. But with a very gentle wave of her hand from behind the bar, the bartender is in the process of pouring the last round for her customers there. A friendly, if not vaguely familiar face of a woman named Nyx, a woman who you are faintly familiar with, who you were told to go and speak with on behalf of your elder to make a good acquaintance with her, business-wise. And that's where I leave the scene to you.
Sure. Great. So my character is named Weston O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an Irish American, like 5th generation. Virginia, like born and raised. Now, just to describe myself,
mm-hmm.
I wear a collared shirt and like a vest. I look like kind of like a higher end bartender because I am like a winery owner by trade. But I have like very close shaven hair on the sides, but over the top and around the back, it's just like a very clean, like longer hair over the back. It's not long hair, but it's like I could look like a neo-Nazi, but but it's not like it's not that narrow. It's a little bit wider. So I look, yeah. Anyway, so but I also have kind of like a hipster beard, like a craft brewery beard.
Hmm.
So I'm like I could like a Hell's Angel might think he might I'm that guy might agree with me
Hmm.
on all kinds of things, but he's gonna look at me and be like, he's gonna call me an F slur. So I'm a little too fruity, but I walk in here. I'm just, yeah, this is a little bit out of my element,
Hmm.
but I am looking towards the bar for this Nyx person.
To give a better description of Nyx, Nyx looks like she could knock you out with a flat glare and probably has done so on a multitude of occasions with different people. She's got the build of someone who has spent a lifetime fighting, drinking, and daring the world to hit her harder, and her shoulders are broader, her stance solid, her movements confident without being showy. She's in her early 40s by appearance, though the weight of her eyes speak centuries of how old she is. Her hair has this
Mm,
messy quality that falls around her shoulders. It's sometimes tied back into a braid, but her eyes are normally like a very stone kind of gray, and she has a very maternal but roughened maternal kind of beauty as someone who has been part of a biker gang and probably smoked a lot her entire life and has gotten into several fights.
well, she looks a bit young for me, but
Sounds like a familiar cause.
but I'll approach anyway.
Okay.
So I'll sit at the bar and I'm a little bit low key.
Hmm.
So I'm not hollering to get the bartender's attention or anything. I just wait until she's coming my way. So it might take a minute and a
Hmm.
half. But I just wave her down and what do I order?
It's
I'll
interesting
order
seeing you
okay,
here.
can I oh, you're here. Okay. Um storyteller.
Yes.
Am I able to drink alcohol? Like
That
physically, is my character able to?
that's an interesting question. So, funny enough, no.
Ah,
And any food or drink that is not vitae is normally upchucked very quickly afterwards unless you use certain capabilities like I forget what it is. There's like a charisma capability that you can use to as part of your supernatural powers to keep food down.
hmm. Yeah, I think I saw something like that when I was setting up my character. Okay. And is I don't know if you can tell me this as a storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Is Nyx a code like can I call her Nyx?
Yeah,
Or is that like okay, an alias? Okay. Um do I know that's her name?
you do.
Or I've like okay.
Your elder has told you this prior that that is her name. Before you didn't really know her, you just knew that everyone called her mother, and you weren't really sure
Oh.
why, but he said maybe she is old enough.
Okay, I'll be like, okay, I'll have I'll just have a Red Bull over ice.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. And she'll grab a drink and a glass, and she whistles and nods over to Bruce, who is the big, buff, strong muscle man who doesn't really say much. He just kind of responds to everything with a assortment of a grunt. Um, and Bruce
I think I
starts.
would do really well here if I was gay.
Bruce starts escorting some of
All
the
these buff
patrons
guys.
out. She pushes the drink over across the counter, and it's a very darker Red Bull. It does fizz like a Red Bull. It smells like a Red Bull, but it's darker than what you're used to.
It's a monster.
It's a monster. How did you know? We only support Monster
Hey,
Brand
full
in this
circle.
household.
This is a story about monsters.
Exactly.
Um, okay. I'll sniff it really quickly. I'm gonna try not to look like I'm sniffing it,
Mhm.
but I want to just do a little sniff test.
Yeah.
To see if it smells like Red Bull.
Yeah, of course. So, let's see. Is there a role that we want to do for it for the fun of it? Let's do your See, they don't have a perception check. This is funny. Let's do your intelligence and your investigation. So what kind of dice pool does that look like? How many dice you got?
I might need a refresher on the dice.
Yeah.
So I have 3 intelligence, and you said investigation.
Correct.
I have 2 dots in investigation.
So your dice pool is gonna be 5, and you're gonna have one of those dice be red. So 4 black dice and 1 red die. And then just let me know what that roll looks like. I know the rolls are gonna be hard to explain because we can't see them, but
okay, I got Alright, I got 2 onks on the black dice and 2 blanks on the black dice, and then an onk on the red. So 3 onks total. 2 of the black ones were blank.
Okay, cool. So you didn't get an onk with stars on the red. You just got a success, which is completely fine. Succeeding means that you don't get any hungrier on your hunger roll. So you have a total of 2 successes. Technically 3 with the blood die roll. 3 successes, which is perfectly fine. This was a trivial challenge. All you needed was 1 success, so good job on your first success roll. It's Vitae. You're not sure what kind of Vitae. And for reference, Vitae is not just blood. If it was human, it would be just blood. Vitae is kindred. You're not sure where it came from, who it came from, but you can tell that there is the energy drink in there mixed with Vitae.
So it's that would mean like vampire blood.
Correct.
Is in there? Oh boy. Yeah, you see, I'm a Latin nerd, so when I read Vitae, I was like, life essence. It's yeah, that's how I interpreted it. But okay, it's a vampire blood. All right. Well, that's a little. I mean, would that be a little bit not kosher for vampires?
It depends on the kindred. Certain kindred drink blood from other kindred. Certain kindred only drink blood from humans. It really just depends on the type of feeding style. But when it comes to being able to like actually ingest a beverage, there would have to be a blood aspect to it for you to keep it down.
Okay, I understand. So this is like the bartender has understood.
Correct.
What I am. And is this before I have a clan affiliation?
This is after.
What'd you say? After, okay. All right. Well, okay, I drink it.
Okay. You drink it and you feel like if you had a heart that was beating, you would feel it race just a little bit quicker with the natural caffeine.
Mm.
She looks at you and she goes, I still remember the first time that you were in here. And
I'm not sure I remember.
at that point, we are now going to cut back in time to how many years ago? How old is your kindred?
Um, Back how many years to when I was
Embraced.
embraced?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I based a lot of the backstory on real life, so let me
Of
do some
course.
math. Um, it's gonna be 4 years.
4 years. What did you do before you were a kindred? What was your job?
Oh, well, I was a student, actually. I was still getting my bachelor's degree.
One night, probably about during the time after your midterms had passed, you and a group of your friends, who had always been of the absolute highest class, which was always borderline between extremely wealthy, rich, and kind of asshole ish, um, decided that you were going to.
Not me. I'm from Woodbridge, okay?
Yeah,
I'm from
not you.
Woodbridge. Okay, like all my friends are from all my friends are Salvadoran.
How could you?
Like, but yes, I had many rich asshole friends.
But that is when you decided to go to a place called Elvino's. Elvino's was a family owned winery with a very, very long Italian history. It had surprisingly done well, and even though it looks like it probably should have been closed down, you can see where the remodeling and renovations had taken place, and now there was nothing but high clientele and high class people that dined here. It was a very pricey night, but the wine was very, very good. Somewhere at a table in a back corner, the lights surrounding the entire place are dim. Candlelight is what illuminates most of the faces that surround you. You can't help but notice this very beautiful woman sitting alone at a cloth covered table, sipping a glass of wine, looking kind of like she's been stood up by somebody, and hopelessly kind of nursing this own bottle to herself. The bottle itself looks very old. You can see where it might have been covered in dust at some point, and she kind of has just wiped it off, and the owner has presented it to her like it is his finest year.
Can I jump in for a little storytelling?
Of course, go for it.
Great. So she's just gorgeous, right? And she just looks exactly my type. And she looks a little like not like your average American. Um, I can't quite tell. She looks like she's from the Middle East, but I'm not quite sure where. But I'm curious because in in college I've been studying Turkish. So on a hunch, I go over. Do I have a glass of wine or should I order one?
Completely up to you, whatever you feel like is more appropriate. If you walk over with a glass of wine, there's a chance that whatever she's drinking might not be as interesting.
Okay, I'll just try to wave down the first like waiter. Are there like servers running around with like platters of filled glasses or is it not that kind of? place.
Surprisingly, and you're not quite sure how this goes about happening, but you notice that there's a server when you always need them, right? When you're about to need something. But you've noticed that when you don't need something, it's like there's nobody there.
It's almost like Bogwood Yishon, except for the second thing you said.
Mm-hmm.
They're always there bothering you,
Mm-hmm.
even when you're full.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, not that I'm complaining about that restaurant. Okay, so I'm just going to nod. I'm gonna just find the nearest server that has a full glass of champagne or what. It doesn't matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Um, grab something and just point to the table I was sitting at, so they know where to charge it. And then I'm just gonna walk over to this. Um, what's the right word?
Damsel in
Walk over
distress.
to this kind of disappointed looking, looking absolute angel,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm gonna sit and just say, "May I?" and sit down and raise my glass, not super close to her, but just enough that she knows I'm intending to make a toast, and just say, "Şerefe,"
Mm.
which is Turkish for cheers. And Turkish is not necessarily just understood by Turks. Like there are other nations, especially from like Armenia or Georgia or northwestern Iran,
Mm-hmm.
that would understand Sherifa.
She toasts back to you, her eyes lighting up with a language that she is very familiar with. And her demeanor takes on a completely different appearance. Obviously, she was very stunning, alluring, and part of your brain thought, who fucked up? Like, why why is she here by herself? And she seemed a little bit defeated and dejected. But as you joined over and you toasted to her, her eyes lit up, she leaned in more and toasted to you as well, intrigued by a new person, especially someone who would have excused himself from a group of people to walk over and make her acquaintance specifically.
Call me Robin Williams. I had to go see about a girl. So, if you'll excuse my language, who fucked up?
A lot of men, surprisingly.
Hmm. Adamlar hiçbir şey bilmemiş gibi. Which means it's as if men don't know anything.
She smirks and in Turkish, which chat, I don't speak Turkish. That's why he's giving me the
You're okay.
subtitles.
Okay.
In Turkish, she says to you something of, then you must be more akin to a god if you are not a man.
Wow! I actually say wow. I want to say something, DM, critically. I didn't say I actually made a mistake, because both in real life and my character, Turkish is not my first language. I didn't say men as opposed to women.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say males. I said men as in humans.
Mm-hmm.
Adamlar means mankind.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's not what I intended, but that's what we were taught to mean men. But it actually doesn't mean like men as opposed to women. It means mankind.
Gotcha.
So maybe that's the first step into the slippery slope. Anyway, um, I will turn and just if if I see a waiter, I'm gonna just kind of snap
Hmm.
and say another one for the lady.
And they do very quickly in Italian, which she also answers back in Italian to them. Um, they bring over this very deep red wine. It almost has a, I want to say jewel like quality to it in the way that it just seems to catch and reflect the light almost like a ruby would in a semi refracted way. And you can't tell if it's because of the crystal glass that she's drinking out of or just the kind of um, viscosity sounds like the wrong word. The finish of the wine. I don't know if that makes sense. You know what I'm
So
trying to say?
yeah, so there's a turn in like pretentious wine tasting
Hmm.
legs. So if you swirl the wine and then it like drains down the sides of the glass in a certain way,
Hmm.
you'll say it has legs.
Gotcha.
And it doesn't mean anything except about like the physics of the fluid, like kind of like the viscosity.
Hmm. Gotcha.
But I might know, even in college, because I was kind of, this was like a hobby of mine, I was interested in it. I might notice that this wine, did you say it's like a little bit extra viscous?
It
Like the
is.
viscosity is
Hmm.
kind of high. Okay. So I might notice that it looks like the wine is behaving more like like a amaretto,
Hmm.
something really thick and syrupy, and that's odd. Or like probably even more than port, and
Hmm.
port is very thick. So I'm like, I'm gonna wonder what that is.
Okay.
And so I'm just be like, so what is that anyway? Like that I'm not sure. Like I'm just wondering, what is that wine? I'm curious.
It's a gift from me to the proprietor of this place. It's a 2,000-year-old wine that I obtained while I was in my previous trips to Italy.
Surely 2,000 years old?
Hmm.
Like you have to be inking my leg. Like there's nobody in this place is gonna believe that.
Well,
And so I just kind of look into her eyes
she
to see if she's
looks
joking.
she looks like she has like a glimmer of a kind of teasing appearance to where she could be joking, but she also kind of looks like she's serious. She's very hard to read.
Okay. Well, could I order some? Some of this 2,000-year-old wine.
She holds her glass out to you.
All right, I'll take it and do a little pretentious swirl
Hmm.
and nose the glass a little bit. What's it smell like?
It smells like it has. It's so weird to explain this as a scent. It smells dusty, but it has a very sweet kind of floral and musk kind of smell to it in a way that like you could always almost make it like smoky and floral.
Oh, so I'm gonna be a super pretentious wine snob now. It's like,
Go ahead.
smells very, very oaky. It's obviously been aged for a very long time in oak barrels, probably maybe ex-bourbon barrels. And then I'm gonna say, okay, dust is very. I'm sensing a lot of earthiness. It smells earthy. And but I'm sensing some flowers, a little bit floral, and then I'm going to just take a sip.
Hmm.
Very,
It,
very small. Like maybe I don't even know. Maybe like a half an ounce.
it surprises you that it's kind of like if you mixed honey and water, like cold water and honey in a cup. The original first swallow that you have, it goes down smooth and something follows it. It's kind of like when liquid goes down first in a very fast, blinding pace. And it's very sweet. And then there's a very faint but not unpleasant bitterness to it.
So there are certain like so this is an Italian restaurant, right?
Hmm.
So there are very like there are certain Italian wines, especially from the north, that are actually so tannic that they it feels like you're getting electrocuted in your jaw.
Hmm.
It's like there's this zing that goes into your jaw. So that's kind of how I interpret the bitterness.
Yeah.
It's like there's a zap. So I was like, wow. So I will the next time I see a waiter, I want to. Is there a bottle on the table or
Yeah, she actually has a very, very dark green bottle, almost greenish black in color. And like you notice, like you turn to see the label, and she wasn't kidding. This bottle itself is almost 2,000 years old.
so I can like barely read it, unless I mean what language does it look like? Do I recognize it? I can read Latin.
It is.
That's
It
the
isn't.
only thing.
Yeah.
Is Latin?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, so I'm looking at a bottle of wine that the label is in Latin.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm a little spooked now. Or I think she's a massive nerd. I don't know which one to think.
It's impressive.
I want to look at her and try to like can I look at her and try to decide whether I'm like shocked or think she's a massive nerd?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if there's a role for that.
Yeah. So let's do. You won't have to add your
Yeah, because I
blood.
really don't know.
You won't have to add your blood dice to this pool. This will just be based off of pure successes. Let's do your. Ooh, this might be a little bit weird, but this is also going to be really interesting to do. Let's do wits and medicine.
Wits and okay. So I have no dots in medicine. I have two in wits.
So
So
you're going to
two
roll two
dice.
dice, correct?
So one black one red one, or no red
No
ones, you
red
said,
ones. Yep,
right?
you're
So
still
two
human.
black. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh.
What'd you
I got two blanks.
get? Sick. You're. You don't think that she's like. Obviously, you don't think that she's giving you any sort of like creepy allure. You think maybe she's academic in a way.
Oh, educated women.
Hmm.
We love it. Okay, color me turned on. So I'm gonna ask her where she's from.
Okay.
So, so tell me, are you from around here? Like where are you from originally? I'm curious how to, are you Woodbridge native?
No, no. Virginia is very new to me. I usually travel a lot, so I don't have any place that I call home. But I'm originally from um. Now my brain is blanking. Iran.
Iran. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Iran. Wow. Um, what a place to be from at present moment. um, I'll just say it's like, wow, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
cool.
this would
All
be
I know how to
2022.
say, yeah. Oh, 2022. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Right. This is a flashback.
4 years ago. 4 years ago.
Sorry, Chad. Sorry, Chad. It's like, oh well, sorry. All I know is Kaish Mikonam. That means you're welcome. It's the only thing I know how to say in Farsi.
It's alright. The company is appreciated regardless, and your attempt, obviously, while it could use some work, is also appreciated regardless.
Wow. You see, I've been told that my pronunciation of that is quite good, so I'm offended. But that's for you, DM.
Thank
Storyteller.
you.
Um, okay. Um, well, I mean, I just can't believe that. Well, before I say that, what part of Iran are you from?
Okay,
She's from
from where?
northwestern Iran.
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
a part. It's a region. So I'll say, are you from? And I'll look at her. Can I try to see, like, just read her, like, look at her face a little bit and see if she looks. I don't know a ton about Persian geography, but I might notice if she looks like she's like looks more similar to people of certain bordering countries over others. Like if she looks more Afghan versus more like Turkish.
Yeah,
And if she's Northwestern, she looks more Turkish or Azeri.
yeah, of course. Let's do a charisma and insight roll.
Okay, that's 4 + 2. So 6 black die.
Success is needed for this or two.
I got 4 successes.
Nice.
So okay, I kind of get how these rolls work. Okay.
She
So I
does.
can tell she's from northern, like northwestern Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, okay. And that would also make sense because she understood Turkish
Mm-hmm.
when I spoke to her. For chat, Azeri is almost mutually intelligible to Turkish. So it's like, that was a good guess. So,
I know
all
it's
right.
like, not my NPC didn't create it, don't know the backstory, go.
So, uh, so I'm gonna say, I was like, I just kind of wonder where you're from, and are you in Iran? Are you from Tehran? And by the way, backstory or just info, Tehran is not even a name that every person from Iran knows.
mm,
It's an old name for the Northwest
mm,
because it was the place that a lot of ethnic Turkish and Azeri people lived in.
right.
So like if you say like Tehran to a person from Iran, they're gonna be like, no, Tehran. And they're gonna be like, no, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the capital. It's an old name. It's an
Mm-hmm.
old name. Like we're talking 19th century.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm gonna say, are you from Tehran? It's a very old name.
Yeah, she's very impressed by it, and like she almost kind of like leans in a little bit more. Like she's not completely bent over the table. Like where God, we have some decorum.
Hot.
um but you can see that she's very absent-mindedly, like while she's talking to you, she's not even realizing she's doing it. She's very absent-mindedly, like gently touching your arm, your forearm, and making the responses to you. And she is extremely impressed by your intellect, and also she feels very welcomed by the fact that she's not from Virginia. She's not originally around here. She travels a lot. So it's nice for her to have a little piece of home when she's away from home.
Oh, yeah, I'm very happy about her touching my arm. That's awesome. This is so great. Um, so I just kind of like lean into it. I'm about it. Um, I'm just gonna be like, are you seeing somebody or no? What's your name anyway? What? How am I coming on to you this hard and I don't even know your
What's your
name?
sire's name?
Ghazal. You can say Ghazal if you want, or Gazelle.
Yeah, because, chat, I'm not going to pronounce that correctly. I'm going to be like,
You can, whatever you want. You can say Ghazal, Gazelle, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so she says Ghazal. And I'm like, oh my god, that's hot. I love unpronounceable names. I love names Americans can't say.
She starts to explain the whole, are you in a relationship, when someone comes over and grabs her arm roughly and kind of pulls her to her feet and is talking to her very fast in Farsi. And she is like explaining like she like there's certain times where like she'll gesture towards you, and the man doesn't even seem to look at you. He just grabs her and he's trying to pull her away, and it's at this time that you notice the whole restaurant is like closed down. Like you guys had been talking and enjoying each other's company for so long that you were the last table that hadn't left yet.
She put me in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, that shit. Listen, I've had that shit happen before. I was like, this shit's crazy. But the man like grabs her by the elbow and yanks her away, and like just the realization that, oh shit, well, my friends left me, and the rest of the waiters, now that you see, they're like, the waiters are now like, cleaning up the tablecloths, flipping chairs over, wiping surfaces down. You're like, whoa, where did everybody go? As well as this man who is trying to drag her away.
So is she like out of the booth or whatever table she was at? Mm-hmm. Like, are they headed toward the door?
She's standing and
he's succeeding.
Not really. Like, she's kind of putting up a bit of a fight. Like, they're talking like very loudly to each other, but he's kind of talking through his teeth in the way that people do when they're trying to be discreet but also trying to yell at somebody in public. It's the way your mom was like, you better sit your ass down. Like that. And she's not yelling at him back in a way that she's almost kind of, from her tonality, you can tell she's kind of pleading with him. But he's trying to drag her away, and they're probably a couple feet from the table at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna just shout, hey, stop! What do you think you're doing? And then I'm gonna try to turn around and wave at a server. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, like, see what's going on here? Like, help me out. And then I'm just going to, after I like wave at somebody that I think sees me, mm-hmm. I'm going to just follow this mm-hmm. man and Ghazal, and I'm gonna just like, I'm gonna intervene.
Yeah. So you see that like the wait staff They start to see the commotion. One of them comes over, and the man says something, and you notice him hand him, like, it's rolled up pretty tightly, but it's a good bit of money, and the waiter just kind of turns around, like, nothing to see here, ain't nothing happening. You see nothing, I see nothing. And the waiter goes back to work, while at this point in time, you're following them. They're out of the vineyard.
Huli cannoli. I am very pissed.
Yeah.
So, because hot woman in distress.
Mm-hmm.
This makes me pissed off because I'm a simp. I'm gonna. Okay, so I just like chase him. I'm gonna chase him out of the winery, and I'm gonna intervene. I'm gonna fight this dude.
Okay. So you start yelling after him, and he's kind of pulling her towards a vehicle, and in the parking lot there aren't that many people around. It is night out. You kind of like yell your hey, and she pulls away, and in the process of you yelling hey and her pulling away, he kind of whips himself around. Now he's facing you, and she's standing between the two of you.
Is she still speaking in Farsi?
She's kind of stopped, and now that his gaze is like, he was like hot and angry, and his gaze was pinpoint focused on her. Now that you're out of that restaurant, and you've yelled hey, and you followed them, obviously, like, he heard you when you were in the restaurant, paid no attention to it, but you've now followed them out of the restaurant. When he whips around, he sees her, and she's pleadingly looking at him, and his gaze hardens and turns to you. And he's kind of just like, stay out of it. This isn't your business. This isn't your concern.
You're dragging a woman out of this building. That is everybody's concern. You got a problem with her, you had a problem with me.
And he just laughs, and he goes, all right, college boy, go back to spending daddy and mommy's money and find someplace else to hang out for the night, and let a husband and wife settle their own differences.
Joke's on you. I have a part-time job on campus.
Joke's on you. I pay for my own. Go ahead and
sucker punch him.
Roll your strength and brawl.
Okay. That's me with 5. Okay. Oh boy. That did not go well. I got 2 successes out of 5.
Okay. You needed 5 successes.
I punched myself in the dick.
So it didn't quite get there. But you go and you whack right to like where the jaw is, and you feel your knuckles connect with the jaw, and there's that moment of, holy shit, my hand hurts. Like, punching people is not like the movies. He gets pissed, and he is like now going to try and swing at you. And until I find other NPC stat blocks, we're just going to use our ticketed stat block, which is the character I created. Which is unfortunate for
Woodbridge
him.
Born and raised, buddy.
Hoodbridge, fam. Hoodbridge. For those of you that don't get the Hoodbridge joke, it's so tragic. So...
It's the capital of El Salvador. I don't know if you knew that. Some people think that Herndon is the capital of El Salvador, but actually Woodbridge is.
So here's where this becomes so interesting. I'm not going to make you do this. This is very difficult to actually do. We're not going to worry about health and stuff like that for right now, because you're not using your kindred character sheet. He hits you, and it does 2 points of superficial damage. So superficial damage.
2 points of aura damage.
Yeah. So for those of you who are watching and don't understand, superficial damage is going to be your bruises, your minor lacerations that don't require stitches, um, minor burns, things like that. Artificial damage is going to be broken bones, major burns, major lacerations that need stitching, and or death. So yeah, superficial damage can put you into a coma. Artificial damage will hurt to death. But that's very hard to track because on the character sheet that we use, the PDF that we use, it's not easy. This is why I tell my players, if you need to print out your character sheet, you can, because marking the superficial damage is a slash, like a backslash, and marking the artificial damage is a X, which is why it's hard to do that on the PDF. I'm gonna figure it out later. But we're not gonna worry about superficial or artificial damage right now. You do get hit in the jaw and you feel like it's gonna bruise. Nothing you can't ice up and rest off later. At this point, she pulls a knife. She sees that you tried to intervene on her behalf. She pulls this beautifully ornate and very old-looking knife that doesn't look like it should be able to cut something, but you notice that in the moonlight, the blade is very sharp. He looks to her. He looks to her, and she goes to lunge at him. He grabs her wrists, bends it, and the knife clatters out of her hand as he now headbutts her in the face. He's like holding on to both arms, both wrists, and just headbutts her in the face. Very WWE style. This is how my brain sees it.
Because I base this character on someone I know, and I'm just so comical. Like, okay, so the knife falls. He headbutts her.
He headbutts her.
Okay, I'm gonna scramble for the knife.
Okay. You don't have to make a roll for that. You won't have to make a roll for that because he's pinning her right now, so he's not trying to fight you for the knife.
And then I grab the knife, and then so he's pinning her.
He's got both control of both of her wrists. He's
okay,
headbutted her, and she is like trying to crumple to the ground away from him. Bloody face, bloody nose. Like he's broken her nose and maybe a little bit of her upper eyebrow where the
oh my god
bridge is. And she's trying to like kind of how people crumple when they take a hard hit, but he's holding her wrists up to where it's like, no, if you're gonna get hit, you're gonna get hit. And essentially his attempted goal is that he's going to hold on to her and just use other extremities of his body to beat the shit out of her.
Oh my god. I'm gonna attempt to kick him in the nuts.
Okay.
I have the knife, but I don't want to like stab a guy.
This is true. So we'll do
I'm gonna kick him in the nuts, and when he sees me, I'll brandish it. I'll be like, you don't know who you're screwed with.
Strength and brawl.
Fuck him with. Strength and brawl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's kick. This feels like useful information. Okay, 5. Okay. Oh my. I'm tempted to lie.
What
2 successes.
He's like, please, storyteller. So.
I kick myself in the balls. I kick her in the balls.
You don't kick him in the balls so much as you kick him in the kneecap. You got a little low. But the result is the same. He drops her wrists and now turns his attention to you.
All right, I point the knife at him. And I'm like, I'm gonna get you. If you don't go away, if you don't leave right now, or I'm gonna get you.
He kind of stops, and you see that there's this like unsettling calm that takes on his appearance, where before he was just anger and heat, and now it's just calm.
Calm.
Mhm.
Is he from Northern Iraq? That's how I know them.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm unsettled. This is not a time to be calm.
He
I'm
looks
worried.
at the knife that you're brandishing out, kind of smirks a little bit, and then he looks at her and goes, "We're going home. Get up. Clean yourself up. Grab your shit, and let's go."
Okay, I look at her.
She is like, you can see that she looks like she's on the brink of crying, but she's not. She stands up and she has blood running down her face, and she just uses the back of her hand to just kind of wipe it to the side. She tries to fix her appearance as much as she possibly can. And then in Turkish, she thanks you for the night and holds her hand out for her knife.
Uh, and I just say, where does it look like this guy's from?
He looks
The
like
husband.
he looks like he's exactly where she's from as well.
Ooh. Polisi aramak zorundayım bence. I think I need to call the police.
She sits there and explains to you, "This was my fault. I was not supposed to be seen out in public alone, let alone with another man. Um, he's my husband. He's usually not like this unless he's been drinking a lot. I just, if I go home with him, he'll settle down. Things will be fine. I appreciate it. I've got this."
Okay. Um, I'm gonna let her walk with him to the car,
Mm-hmm.
and if I think she's not watching me anymore,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of car do they drive?
They drive a, off the top of my head went Rolls Royce.
If they're Persian, they drive Mercedes.
Okay.
White
I was
Mercedes.
like, it's gonna be some sort of nice car though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to like call the cops.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, hey, white Mercedes leaving what Elvinos.
Mm-hmm.
Um, domestic violence situation. And be like, I'm at Elvino's off of where's Elvino's? Is that a real place?
Holy shit! Hang on.
Off of Old Bridge, we'll just say. Okay. Or off of Route
Actually,
1.
it is. Wait, Elvino's just says. I looked up Elvino's Woodbridge. It went wine store. Jefferson Davis Highway. That's what we'll say.
Okay. So Route 1. Off of Jefferson Davis, Elvino's. Domestic violence situation, leaving in a white, I'll go with you, white Rolls Royce.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to make the call to the police.
Okay.
Unless I'm stopped, but I will, that's what I'm going to do.
The dispatcher takes the phone call. She gets your name, information, everything that she needs. Chad, I'm a dispatcher, so I would know which is going to be the great part of when the police come into play. So she takes in all your information. She gets a description from you of the woman and the man. She asks you if you know their names, and you only give her name.
I only knew her first name. Yeah,
Correct.
that's all.
They say that they're familiar with this couple. They've had calls about this couple before, and they'll send somebody to do a welfare check, and that they will get back into contact with you. Just be prepared to answer your phone if you get a phone call from a number that you might not know, or a blocked number or something like that. It will just be coming from Prince William Department.
Cool.
The night
I'm gonna
passes.
go home.
Yeah, the night passes. You go back to a dorm room or apartment or wherever you're staying at this point. You don't know how many hours passed during the night. It's been a couple of days. You haven't heard back from the police. You've just been going to classes, doing your work, working your job on campus. But that incident still sticks with you. And one morning, at about 4 a.m., your phone rings. And it's a blocked phone number.
Whack. I'll pick it up.
Okay. You pick it up expecting to hear a dispatcher's voice, or an officer. Somebody who was involved in the incident, like the dispatcher had told you. An officer was going to contact you once the welfare check had been made. You think that because you hadn't heard anything, worst case scenario, she's deceased. The phone picks up, and at first, you don't hear anybody talking. You just hear silent breathing, like somebody's been crying and they're trying to not be caught crying, and you hear her voice saying, "Please help me."
Oh my god. I should not have based this character on somebody who...
The roleplay is real, bitches.
Oh, sorry, that actually kind of happened.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm so sorry.
No, not the domestic violence. the late night call and
Gotcha.
emotional distress. Yeah. So it's her,
Mm-hmm.
and she's audibly upset.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, what's going on? What do you need?
She tries to talk as quietly as she can. She's whispering. You can just faintly hear in, like, maybe the distant background what sounds like a thudding noise and yelling. And the male voice that comes through on the speaker sounds familiar to you. And you have a, like, oh my gosh, if I can make this with my phone, I want to make the ding noise. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know how to do it. It would have been so smart if I knew how to do it. Oh, wait.
Oh, so her phone makes a ding? Is that what you're trying to...
Yeah, no, yours does.
Or mine does. So she's
This,
sending like a location.
you're not gonna
or something?
hear this whatsoever, but this noise... I don't know if my microphone picked that up at all. It's
I
the...
heard something.
Yeah, it's the ding ding that your phone makes when you get a text message.
Okay.
And it's...
So I look.
It's an address. It's her address, specifically. She said that in as quickly as she can, she's kind of just spewing out emotion and information at this point. So she's not making a ton of sense, but from what you can gather, when the cops showed up, it made things so much worse. To her. It made things worse for her. And he
I was about to say,
is now pissed and trying to find her, and he's threatened to kill her at this point. And before you can get further information, you hear what sounds like a door being thrown open, and you hear him now becoming crystal clear as he's saying, like, you thought that you could hide from me, like he's yelling at her, you thought you could hide from me, and you hear her scream, and the line goes dead.
Oh my god. Okay, so one thing I want to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Did I give the knife back to her?
You didn't.
I remember her reaching for it, but I don't remember saying it. Okay, I still have it. All right. All right. I grab the knife, drive to the address.
Okay. The police, for whatever reason, they either
Chat, I'm a simp.
they either checked up on her and they were like, oh, everything's fine here, nothing seems suspicious at all, because they've been playing it off for so long, or he paid them off. Whatever. Thousands of scenarios run through your head. Why didn't they call me back? Why didn't I hear back? Why is this happening? I hope I can get to her in time. You're not sure how many red lights you run or traffic stops you run or whatever the case may be, but thankfully it is nighttime and the intersections at 3 or 4 in the morning are empty. You make it there in surprising amount of time, even though for you it feels like it's been hours. And you don't even turn your car off. You kind of just throw that bitch in park and hoof it. I don't want to say it's like a really expensive house. I want to say it's more like a nice apartment complex. I know that sounds weird, but it'd be like a condo. Is condo right? Maybe.
I gotcha. It's like a gated. I saw tons of them in Florida. I get what you're saying.
Sick. So you run up all these stairs until you get to the apartment, and you are banging on the door, and you can actively hear the disturbance inside. Screaming, glass shattering, things breaking, furniture being toppled over. The door is locked, though. The front door is locked.
Are there any windows in the front that are broken?
There are windows. None of them are broken. But you notice that the window that would be closest to, like, not a fire
I can probably
escape,
see in.
but yeah, you can see in, and you see that, like, she is actively on the floor. He's stanced over her with, like, a butcher's knife, like the thick ass ones, the cleaves. And she is trying to, like, actively back away from where he is, not towards the door, further into the living room.
Okay, so I just break the window with my elbow.
Okay.
And jump in, and I'm gonna intervene.
So let's make a... This is gonna be interesting, and no one's gonna understand why I'm doing it like this, but let's do strength and larceny.
Oh boy. Okay, sorry. I busted my charger today.
You're good.
I've kind of been half looking for
a charger.
Another one, but
yeah, you're good.
I think I just got it. So you said strength and larceny?
Mm-hmm. B&E, baby, right, B&E.
Okay, I got 3 strength, 0 larceny, so 3.
Sick.
Wee. Why?
Do the dice hate you tonight?
I got 1 success out of 3. So
I will, for plot a story, I'll let it happen. You break the window, you shatter the window. You're like, that kind of hurt more than it probably should have.
It hurt my funny bone.
It did. It's not a very fun experience.
I just got static in my whole right arm.
Yep. You know? But you jump in, and the the momentary bit of surprise makes him kind of turn his head quickly towards the sound and her look towards the sound as well.
I told you, you gotta respect women. And then I just jump through the broken glass window, and I still have the knife. Okay, I don't have
Correct.
to pick up a piece of broken glass. That's crazy. All right, and I just brandish the knife.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you.
I get pokey pokey. You both have brandished blades at this time, and he comes full on charging at you. Just
And could you describe this guy again, really quick? Like, what does he
so.
look like?
I know that this
He's a
is
big
gonna
buff guy,
sound
super
so.
sexy.
I know this is gonna sound so like wrong in describing a Persian, but my brain keeps thinking Albanian, and I don't know why. Like, tall as.
Okay, 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 suppose. Describe an Albanian. I want to hear it as the resident Albanian expert.
So.
But kind of.
So. Um. Tall, muscle built. That's all I got for you. Super tall and super muscle built.
Okay, you kind of described an Albanian.
See, my brain went Leo Skeppy, and I was like, that doesn't sound right.
You got away this time. Okay. Can I please charge my? Okay, I might be able to charge my. Okay. But he's like. Important thing is he's bigger than me.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So he's charging me.
Mm-hmm. With this cleaver.
Can I do a very quick like check of my surroundings? Is there anything I can use to my advantage?
You look
Like
around.
any barriers, any like cutlery?
Yeah. So you look
Like a dual
around,
wield?
and where you're standing, he is like kind of far off into the living room. You broke in first into what is essentially their kitchen. So between you and him is like the island and whatever kitchen utensils to yourself.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to keep across the. I'm gonna try to keep like exactly like the longest way across the island from him.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm gonna. My strategy is just keep him there until I find another advantage. If he tries to leap across the island,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to slide down onto the floor, brace against the island,
Mm-hmm.
and just prepare the knife for when he falls
Okay.
over like the edge.
So I mean, for him, the most direct path is just climbing onto the island, walking across it like a friggin' Hulk, and just jumping right down onto the ground. And that's what he does. I mean, he has this massive cleaver. He's extremely tall and strong, and he climbs onto the counter, kind of slides across the top of it, and is going to land between you, the island, and the fridge.
Man, what I wouldn't give for fight in his pepper spray right now. This takes place in 2026. That's a real reference.
2022,
The
but
Office
yes.
is canon. 2022. Still, it's The Office is canon.
Still makes sense.
Wait, why is okay. So he did jump over the island.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna try to stab him.
Okay.
Like right in the chest, like right there.
Okay.
Like it's over.
Sick.
On business.
And the whole time that you're like between him and you hear him kind of charging towards you, your brain has that brief moment of like, holy shit, I'm actually like posed to kill somebody. And it's a very brief moment before your knife is just plunged straight past the sternum into the chest cavity, into the heart. Which, yes, I know your heart is not directly behind your sternum, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah, right between the ribs. Ooh, I'm
And
so cool right now.
and he has this moment of like the cleaver's raised to try and like clash down and slice you, and as soon as you stab him you hear like the air leave his lungs and his eyes just go bug-eyed, and he is like sitting there. It's kind of that TV moment almost where he takes a couple of steps back, the knife still protruding out of his chest, and he falls to his knees and collapses over into a pool of blood.
Oh. I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. And I look at her, I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Like, we got to get out of here, right? Like,
And she just gives you a
leave.
steady, slow applause. She stands to her feet, brushes herself off, fixes her attire, wipes the blood from the corner of her lip, walks over, kind of pushes his body with her foot, leans down, pulls the knife out of his chest, licks the blade clean, and puts it back in its sheath that is attached to her thigh. They really are so much more useless when they get way too invested and way too involved. I mean, he was so close to his dues almost being done. Well, you did it. You saved the damsel in distress. Good job. She kind of bends down so she's in front of you, and for once you see her eyes are dark in a way that they are brown in color, but they have this very dark glimmer to them. She helps you stand to your feet. You have done so brilliantly in everything that was requested of you, and really this is my absolute favorite trope. I am an academic at heart, so seeing this is one of my favorite novelties. Because you saved me and you are my hero, you deserve a reward. And she's kind of like taken your hand in hers and very brazenly put your hand on her chest, and her skin is warm to the touch. Her heart is pulsating beneath it, and your hand is like right on top of cleavage.
Okay, I would have been kind of creeped out, but this is fun. All right, I'm about it. Uh, Weston is about it.
Okay.
He's gonna just kind of stand up and maybe put his other hand on her waist.
And as he does, she kind of uses her hand to caress his face, and she's going to, if he doesn't resist it, she's going to pull him into a kiss.
Yeah, for sure.
The kiss gets very heated and passionate between the two of you. It's kind of like that moment of when you guys were talking again. It's very tunnel visioned. And Before you can register what's happening, you feel a very sharp pain in your neck, and your body feels very, very weak. It's
I'm sorry.
also
This never happens. I I'm sorry. I didn't. Usually I last longer than this.
you feel her like laugh against your jugular, and she's like, "Don't worry, you will be, and you will last for far, far longer than you could have ever hoped or dreamed." And you can start to feel your vision get blurry, and like the little black dots start to appear, and you can tell that you're very quickly losing consciousness.
Is there any way to resist that? Like try to stay conscious through this, or is it like just like I have to pass out?
So here's the interesting thing. I will let you make a willpower roll. The dice pool will be however many willpowered boxes you have available to you.
Hold up. Okay, I have three. All right. So three. Do, do, do. Why? Ah, got one success out of three.
It's not an unpainful experience. Unpainful experience. English. Wow. It's not an extremely painful experience. In fact, there is a sense of pleasure that kind of washes over you.
Yummy.
But you do
Okay,
lose
so
consciousness.
wow. I'm always gonna be thinking I should call her. She may be passed out. Okay, so I lost consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
So either I have to do something while I'm unconscious or I just come to at some point.
More of the latter. When you come to, you expect to be in the same apartment complex, or even the same location. You feel like it's very dark and very hard to see, and you feel very cold and not restricted in the sense of tied up, but restricted in the sense of like you're in some kind of material.
A material. Is it translucent? Can I see through it?
It's not. And as you come to your senses, it's very, very dark. And you feel starved.
Whoa.
For this intended purpose, your hunger is going to be set to 4.
Oh my gosh. So unfair. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Storyteller, why?
Okay. So what am I hungry for? Do I feel like, ramen?
Anything. It's the most hungry you have ever felt in a long time. It's that kind of point in time when you get past the like, okay, I'm a little bit hungry, and then the hunger kind of goes away, and then you have actual hurting hunger pains. That's what it feels like.
Okay, can I? So I can't see, right? It's too dark.
Too dark.
Okay, can I feel?
You
Do I still
do.
have a sense of touch?
You do.
Okay, can I feel like any like if I'm on a floor, can I feel the floor and try to see, have any idea what it's made of?
So what you feel is, you know how tarp feels like? I don't know how else to explain it except it's like plasticky, but it's kind of that
I
wrinkly
gotcha.
plastic.
It's like plasticky and fibrous at the same time. Yeah,
You
I gotcha.
feel the tarp being completely like around you, and as you push out you realize like you don't have a lot of room to move. Your head is against a hardened cold surface. Your back and entire body, it's like you're laid down. You're in a laid down position. And your back and
Am I
entire
in a
Go ahead.
am I in a body bag in a morgue?
You wake up zipped inside of a body bag in a hospital morgue. Your toe tag has your name on it. And very faintly in the distance, you can just hear someone whistling as they are walking around to the close vicinity of the hospital drawers where the bodies are kept.
Okay, so I'm hungry as all get out.
Mm-hmm.
And I am my government name is deceased.
Correct.
And I okay, I'm the late Weston O'Brien.
Mm-hmm.
And there's somebody coming in. So I feel like as a mortal, I wouldn't know whether to call for help or play dead. Do I remember what happened with the girl with Ghazal?
The visions are
Do I remember
very
this weird thing?
it's very blurry to you. It's kind of like when your body trauma blocks you. It's like you can remember bits and pieces. You remember the apartment. You remember killing somebody. You don't necessarily remember her.
Uh, okay, so oh boy, it might be to my advantage to play dead.
Okay. You
I don't know how
lay
well I can do that.
you lay in the mortuary and you hear the whistling, dip, not really knowing what time of day it is or how many days have passed since that incident took place. You feel something inside you, whether it's like a subconscious feeling or whatever the case may be, telling you need to eat. And when you think through that process of eat what, you hear the person who's whistling stopped and has now cursed under his breath. Fuck. I knew they said to handle these things carefully, but they're fucking sharp as shit. God damn it. Well, let me just. Fuck. Can't lose this job. It's creepy as shit. Second day on the job. Now I'm talking to
This
myself.
sounds
Fucking
like
great.
he was cut.
You do.
Is it a he or she?
It is a he.
Can I tell?
You can tell.
Okay.
And you do smell the blood.
Eh, ooh, I like my steaks blue now.
I need you,
Uh,
for the first time, to make a frenzy check.
ooh, how do I do that?
So, your frenzy check is going to be that you're going to roll a hunger die equal to your blood potency. So, how many dots you have in blood potency, that's going to be your hunger die. And just let me know how it goes.
So is that just the red one?
Yep.
Okay, so just one, it'll be one red one. Uh-oh. I failed.
Now, how did you fail? Do you have a skull or do you have a blank?
Blank, blank, blank.
Okay. So you're still under control. But here's the thing that happens when you frenzy. When you frenzy, you now are going to start to lean more heavily into your Bane severities. Your clan Bane. Yeah, I read that correctly.
Okay.
So when you frenzy, you're going to lean heavily into your clan Bane. I don't
Okay,
remember
so
what your
blood
clan Bane
addiction.
is.
It's blood addiction. So I think I have to roll. I think it only applies to feeding on vampires, but or kindred. It applies to feeding on kindred. But yeah, let me read. I think it's. I do have this. Something, something. I'm just good with the new
Mm-hmm.
thing. Blood addiction. Yeah, it applies to slaking hunger from another vampire.
Gotcha. So you don't
So
necessarily feel like you want to feed from him, but you definitely start to feel the beast rising up in you, and you feel the need to feed from something.
okay, can I'm assuming the door to like my little, I don't know what it's called, but
The drawer.
like my little, yeah, the drawer I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it's closed, so I can't see anything. Unless, I mean, well, yeah, I'm assuming I can't see him.
No, you
Do
can't.
I do I sense, and I'm assuming I've since I personally realized where I am, I'm assuming my characters realized where he is too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can I smell anything else? Any other like food sources, we'll say.
It's so interesting that you say that. What we're going to do now is do a wits and awareness. Make sure to include your blood die.
It's three. Okay, so two black, one red, right?
Correct.
Three.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got two successes, and the red one was a success.
Beautiful. You don't hear heartbeats so much as you can hear a mortal's heartbeat. Kindred don't have heartbeats. You can very faintly hear the janitor talking to somebody. Oh, I'm really uh I'm really not supposed to let you back there. It's really not open to the general public. And a female voice is heard, and she says, "I know, but he's my little brother, and I the hospital didn't call me to confirm that he was deceased, and then I saw the news report, and I haven't." And he's like, "Okay, all right. Uh, fuck. Listen, it's my second night on the job. I don't want to lose my job." And she's like, "I won't tell anybody. I promise. I need to make sure that it's not him." He's like, "Okay, all right." And so you hear the footsteps get closer and closer, and you can hear a pop sound as the drawer door is opened, and then you feel the table being slid out. He goes, you hear the male voice of the janitor, and he says, all right, we'll make this quick. You know, like I said, you're not going to tell anybody. I'm not going to tell anybody. She goes, of course not. I really, really appreciate you doing this. And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. The bag unzips. The very faint bluish glow of the morgue surrounds the two individuals. Your deceased corpse is there, and you see, whether eyes opened or closed, the woman presses her hand to her mouth and starts to sob. And he goes, ah, jeez. He goes, and, like, it's raining outside. There's a little bit of thunder in the distance, and lightning illuminates her features more. He's like, ma'am, please, I just... Listen, I'm really sorry, but and she's just like, I'm sorry, can I just... Can I have a minute? He was my brother, and and he's like, yeah, I'll go clean the front. Can you just come back and leave when you're done? She's like, I will. I thank you so much. I really appreciate this. And she's just, like, distraught. You hear the clanking of the keys as the janitor starts to walk off with the sound of wheels and his mop bucket behind him. You hear the swinging door shut, and you hear the female voice. Okay, you need to get the fuck up. We need to get out of here right now. Like, immediately right now. She's gonna attempt to shake you. She's like, hello? This isn't a game anymore. Wake the fuck up. I know you're awake, so just get the fuck up. We have to get out of here before he comes back. So please, if you would just move your ass. I don't have time for this. Whatever your name is, I don't care. Okay? Just get the fuck up. Please don't make me carry you out of here. I really don't want to have to do that. It's gonna look so suspicious, and I don't need to add grave robbing onto my freaking thing. The news reports alone. What do you want to do? Did I lose you? Oh no. I lost Mitchell. Come back, Mitchell! We lost him. He'll come back. Give it a second. Or he doesn't. We'll see. Oh, no, we lost him for good. No. Brother's phone probably died. Or computer. His computer wouldn't have died. His phone probably died. Well, if you're liking this story so far, give it a like. And a thumbs up. There we go. Now he's coming back. Technical difficulties, chat. Technical difficulties. Hold on. You're back.
Yeah, I see. I've needed a new computer for like 3 years. Okay, so I'm sorry about that.
You're
The
good.
last thing I caught, and you were coming through it like a snail's pace. Like
Great.
I heard you like 2 minutes later, hearing this woman crying. Like so, the
Okay.
last thing I heard was she's talking to the janitor, and she's
Uh-huh.
like, "You, my brother."
Yep.
So she had just got there. Okay.
Okay. So, she starts mourning you, and like the janitor's panicking now. He's like, "Oh fuck, I really shouldn't have let a family member in to see the deceased. Like, this is bad." And she's like asking him for some alone time. She's like, "Can I just have some alone time with him just to say my goodbyes?" And the janitor's like, "Yeah," and kind of just walks off, and you hear like the very faint noise of the keys following behind him with the wheels of the bucket. And there's like a pause in her crying, and she goes, "All right, you need to get the fuck up right now, and we need to get out of here before he comes back."
Did you bring any snacks?
Fuck. There's snacks where we're going. You'll be taken care of there. We gotta go.
Enough said. I bolt up.
Okay. You jump up. She, uh, like, grabs one of the mannequins from, like, the cadaver practices and shit like that. And she puts it in the bag, zips the bag up, closes the door, and now you guys are both going to, uh, run away.
This sounds a lot like my first date with my ex, except me being dead.
The woman is very, uh, repulsive in appearance.
Ah,
She, you only very faintly see it through the rain and the thunderstorm. You're running through this back alleyway, and she gets to a manhole cover, and easily, even though she looks really skinny, she just pops that bad boy off. She's like, "All right, jump in."
this is not Ghazal, or is it?
No,
Can
it's
I
not.
tell?
It's not. It doesn't look
Ah,
anything like her.
never mind. All right, I jump in the sewer.
Okay. She follows in after you, closes the manhole cover, and you are essentially in sewer tunnels. It's not, like there are walkways, surprisingly, and there's very, very faint lights and stuff like that. You can see that it's very dim where you are, and she seems to know her way perfectly through the sewers. And she's like, "Listen, I'm sure you have a lot of questions. I'm sure you're really confused. I'm not the person. I'm just the mailman. Mail person. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm just supposed to deliver you to Mother. Okay? And when I get you there, she'll answer everything. You'll be able to feed. I'm sure you're starved. Trust me, I know." And you see that she's following these symbols that have been etched into the wall. Some have been spray painted. They look like very crude drawings of rodents. But it's like each one has its own meaning to her. She's not the face you expected to see, nor really the one that you wanted. As you continue down these sewers for you don't know how long. Sorry, I'm looking something up.